Hey there guys, thanks for joining us on another Kickstarter preview. Today we're having a look at Krosmaster Blast. This is from Ankama Games. It's on Kickstarter right now, and we'll put a link in the description below, which will take you to the Kickstarter, and you can check it out, what all the stretch goals are, you know, how the funding is going, that sort of thing. One last thing, it's designed by, and I'm gonna probably butcher this, but it's Matteo Berthia. Artwork by Frederick Simone. Okay, so this is, if you're not familiar, the Krosmaster Blast. Krosmaster is set in a sort of a chibi universe where you got these cool little miniatures, and you got different types of games. You got sort of they got the new one, which is newish one, which is Arena, which is more like a role-play game, but they got sort of head-to-head games. And this one is a two-player version, so it's a quick arena sort of blast game. It's for 10 and up. Takes about 30 minutes to play for 2 players. And with me, who's going to show you this overview, is Carla.
Hello.
Right, so we got a prototype components here. So keep in mind, unfortunately, we don't have the cool little minis. We got little standees. But what's going to happen is you got the arena. It's double-sided, and we're going to play for 5 rounds. And the person with the most glyphs captured. So on your turn, when you move over a glyph, you get to capture it. I'm the blue player, so I will be making blue glyphs, and Carla is the red player, she'll be making red glyphs. So at the end of 5 turns, the person with the most glyphs on the board will be the winner. But there's another win condition. If one of your Krosmasters gets knocked out, and we have 2 each, so I've got this one here, which is Agadis and JJ Ronimo. The names are quite interesting. If one of them gets knocked out, then Carla will win, or if I knock one of hers out, she'll win. Who you got, babe?
I've got Martine Gale and Ian O'Dine.
Alright, so just to give you a brief description of how this thing is. First thing you do on your turn is we'll reveal one of these cards. So, for example, this one, Cold Wave, place 1 tile. So this is an ability, a spell that we can cast on our turn. This is the time limit as well, so there's 10 cards in here, it's 2 per turn. Once that's done, that's the 5 rounds done, and the game will end. But we also have a randomly selected sort of special ability card. So, for example, for every glyph, when you capture a glyph, you have this passive ability, and then when you have 3 glyphs, you can do this one or that one. And if you have 5 glyphs, you can do any of those. And you can do them multiple times depending on how many actions you have. To show you the cards quickly. So obviously that's their name. There's a picture. This is their movement points. So I got this. Has got 3 movement points, 12 HP, and 2 action points. And she has 2 abilities as well. Mocking Toss, which is her ranged attack. She has to be within a minimum of 5 squares, but a maximum of 6. And it does 1 water damage. So she's obviously an archer. And then she also has a 1-time ability per turn, which has to be within 2 squares of someone. And if I have 4 glyphs, I can place a -1 action mark on someone. And it's also a water spell. So that gives you a general idea of what the characters look like. There's a couple of bits and pieces that we can go over during the game. Like, for example, we've got the Doofus token, or Dofus. This allows you to basically cast one of those cosmic spells for free on your turn if you have it, and you can capture it by going over a glyph on the first time on your turn. So that's pretty much it. There's not a lot more to explain. It's a very simple game. I mean, basically we're just going to be beating the crap out of each other and trying to capture glyphs. We have a dice here as well, which has some different symbols on, and I'll go over them as we playing through the gameplay section. So let's get to the gameplay section so you can see what this is about. Alright, so this is the gameplay section, and we're ready to go. We're deployed. I've got both mine on this side here. Carla's out in the center there. Carla's the first player, so she's going to get to go first. So first thing you do on your turn is you reveal a new cosmic card. So she now has an option of 2. And she starts with the Dofus. So the ones we have is you can place an ice tile. An ice tile just goes on the board somewhere, and then if you step on it, you move a further space. And then she's also got Tsunami. Tsunami is actually good for me. So the active Krosmaster's next water spell inflicts +1 damage. So what are you gonna do?
I have no idea. I'm gonna go one.
So the thing is with when you after you've done the cosmic thing, you get to activate your Krosmasters. You do them one at a time, and you can interact their movement and action points in between. So for example, if you have 3 movement and 2 actions, you could move 2 spaces, do an action, then move your last space, and then do another action. So she's captured a glyph by running over it. Obviously, that's one of the objectives of the game, is to have the most glyphs at the end of the game. And obviously, the glyphs also give you abilities to do. So these are our abilities. We've got Zelor's Time Rift, and they will have some artwork on. There'll be a stack of them in the Kickstarter, naturally. So you can have variant effects happening every time you play. So she's moved forward. I take it that's it. She's got attacking, she's got short range.
I'll summon my flea.
A flea! Right, so the flea, let's pass that quickly, is the minions. So minions that can be summoned, and they have their own little stat card and abilities, but they activate after the Krosmasters. So you can see the flea has 2 movement points, 3 HP, 1 AP, and it has a 1 to 2 attack, which does 1 damage. And you get a little token to represent it. You spawn it sort of next to you, and then once the Krosmaster's done, they get to do their actions.
Okay. I'm not going to move my full... Oh, I don't know. What is your movement?
3 and 2. Although this guy, when he captures glyphs, he gets
3.
+1 markers.
So she's got a spell that does...
There's no diagonal movement, so movement is orthogonal. And also you can't shoot diagonally. So when you count spells for spaces, so for example, she can only shoot a minimum of 5. I would have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So for example, so I would be out of range. Or 6 is 1 up. Line of sight is done from the center of the attacker to the center of the defender. If it crosses through any sort of trees or bushes, or not bushes, fighters, then its line of sight is blocked. So that's all your movement, is it?
Mm-hmm.
You can do...
Actually, you know what I'm just going to do? I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to go 2 that way.
Okay.
Because...
And you can, of course, spend your actions to do one of those cosmic spells.
I can place a tile.
An ice tile.
I don't know. It feels like it's supposed to be detrimental to the person, but it just feels like it's giving them an extra movement for free.
Well, you can use it on yourself. Because you can obviously have the little minion move over it as well, so you can put it there and it moves forward. Minions can't capture glyphs, by the way.
I'm gonna try and use the minion slightly differently this time.
So using his action to cast Cold Wave, which places an ice tile.
Okay, and then my minion
has a movement of, what is it? 2 again. 2.
He's got a movement of 2 and a range of 2, which unfortunately doesn't do me any good, but it's interesting. I'm going to just move him up 1 to there. Okay.
Is that you done?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so now it goes over to me. So, first thing I do is reveal a new cosmic thing, which is Fortified. The active Krosmaster receives a +1 action marker, and that will replace Cold Wave, which was the oldest spell out there. Right, JJ has a movement of 2, which is not great, I gotta admit. And Agates has a movement of 3, which is better.
Do you pay for these as well? Or
No,
do they just activate?
The passive ones you don't have to pay for. The active ones you use an action for.
That's interesting.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3 with her, and she's gonna capture this glyph over here, and then she's got 2 actions. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So Carla's little card flinger there is too close, which is quite annoying. So I'm going to use one of her actions to do... Oh, because I've just captured a glyph on my turn. The first time you capture a glyph, you get to take the Dofus marker from the other player. So can I have the Dofus marker, please? And the reason why that's relevant is because you can spend this Dofus marker, so I can give it back to Carla, to do one of the cosmic spells for free. So instead of doing an action marker. I don't have a lot of actions to do, to be honest, because I can't target either one of them. They're too close. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of her actions to do Fortified, which is going to give one of my dudes a +1 action marker, which looks like this. And I think I might give it to JJ. So I'm going to give JJ a +1 action marker. Oh no, the active receives it, so she has to receive it. So she's not going to do that much with it. She can obviously save that for a later turn. So she's done 1 action to do Fortified, and then she's not going to do Mocking Toss because it's too close. And she can't do Capital Punishment because I don't have any Forglyphs, so she's going to pass. I could do something else, but I don't really have a lot of options. So then JJ, he's got a movement of 2. I think I'm going to go 1, 2. I'm going to go there, and then 1, 2, 3. I'm still not close enough, so you know what? I'm just going to run there. It's so short ranged. I'm just going to run forward there, and then he's also going to use the Doofus token to cast a +1 action marker on himself. Oh no, I just remember you can only do that once per turn. You can only actually use the cosmic spells once per turn. Oh, but I could use the passive ability because I got 1. So every time an allied Krosmaster captures a glyph cell, that Krosmaster immediately gains 1 action point. Oh, that's the same one that captured it first. I can't use that. That was a rubbish first turn for me. Alright, well, I'm done. So it goes over to you. I'm actually not spending that, so I'm keeping it.
Okay.
And I don't have any minions to summon. So first thing that happens, new cosmic spell comes out and it's going to replace that tsunami with a tornado. So now the active Krosmaster's next purple spell inflicts +1 damage.
Okay, so I think I'm going to start... If I stand there, will you...
The bush doesn't block line of sight. It's just you can't move through it. So the trees block line of sight, fighters block line of sight, but the bushes are just sort of blocking it, so you can't move onto those squares.
Okay, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3.
That's just cheeky. So you'd be standing on top of this cliff then?
Yeah, I just wanted to put that down first. So that's my movement. Because I have 4 glyphs now, I can use her cat roulette ability on the same target.
Which is?
Which is that one. Otherwise I would have had to find a secondary target.
No,
But
I mean, what is the ability?
It's basically just an attack.
Oh, okay.
And you have to be at 1, 2, 3, 2 to 3 away.
Okay, so the way attacks work is you automatically succeed in your attack. So Carla's going to be doing, what is it, 1 damage to me?
It's a 1 damage, yeah.
But then you roll the dice to see what other effect happens. So roll the dice to see what you roll first, and then I'll explain. So you got a damage. So that's like a lucky shot. So you do an extra damage. So 1, you're shooting her, yeah? So I got this, takes 1 damage, and then 1 extra from the dice roll. That was your first action. You're going to attack again in the second. So she's wailing on me. Another 2. So you can see her maximum health is 12. When she reaches that, she becomes KO'd.
Now, technically speaking, I have more.
So every time an allied Krosmaster captures a glyph,
But I don't really have any other functions. I could get a +1 marker, I guess.
which is what that one does.
But that will stand over to the
Yeah,
next
this
time,
one
no?
is used immediately. That one you can keep for a later date.
I can only do this once.
Yeah, once per round.
Okay, so I will keep that for her for later. Don't know whether I'm going to need that. She can't really do anything else.
She technically has another, because it's every
does.
time, yeah.
But
You could shoot
what
again if you wanted to.
No, because it basically says my so basically it says your next cat roulette spell must have a different target.
Right.
But because I have 4 glyphs, I can do 2 cat roulettes, but it doesn't say a third.
Yeah, okay.
Which is basically
Almost thought there was a little massive combo going on there. You just capture gloves.
it would be
shoot
lovely,
you.
but unfortunately I don't think I can really do that.
What's Ian doing?
I think Ian is probably going to go here.
So he's moved 3. He's
So
3 away from me.
Yeah.
What's his range? 2 to 4. So he's in range.
Oh man, the flea is just out of range. Okay, so I think he is going to. Oh, I don't know, because that's only going to give me 1 extra.
You did get the Dofus token for capturing a cell on your turn.
Oh, so I can spend it on that, can't I?
He does purple spells, doesn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
I'll do that.
So you're gonna get +1 damage.
So I've only got 2 APs, so I'll use the first one. It stings.
Yep. And you rolled damage, of course. So that's 3 damage. 1 for the spell, 1 for the cosmic spell, and 1 for the dice roll.
Okay. And then the next one doesn't have that, but
Yeah. Are you going to roll anything else other than damage? No, you are not. So 2 more damage for poor JJ.
okay. And then my flea, who has 2 movement, is gonna move on to the ice
He shoots
and
him
slip
out that way.
across.
Yeah.
and then move 1 up. No. Yeah. That's gonna be his second move.
And
He can't claim glyphs, so
No.
there's no point in.
But he can attack from there.
He can.
So he's going to hit JJ as well.
Yeah, so he's only got 1 action point, I'm afraid, but
I'm not. And you roll a damage again. So it's 2 damage from a goddamn flea. Alright, is that your turn done? Alright, so on to me. First things first. You Wabbit Invasion! The active Krosmaster summons a black to Wabbit to an adjacent cell. Maximum 1 per player. Which one was the new one? That one. So, a black to Wabbit looks like this.
guess what Jason's doing?
I'm getting one of those. But first, let's see, what am I doing? What happens if I jump onto you? Like bump into you because of the ice?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know what happens there. Rule Nazi, look up what happens. I have another friend here, by the way.
I'm not your friend.
I'm not just shouting randomly at Carla.
And I'm also not a rules Nazi.
I would have thought you would have taken offence to that last statement more than the first. Okay, maybe not to my benefit, but why would you want to move?
Well, if I can capture a glyph, obviously I can get extra movement for JJ saved up. But also, I feel like you're pressuring me backwards here. Who's taking it? None of you guys have taken any damage yet, have they? No,
Maybe.
didn't I? No, I didn't. No, none of you guys, because we have this is a new game we're playing. I was like, oh, shot one of you guys. Oh no, that was a previous game.
Krosmasters may not be moved into occupied cells.
Okay, so I
So
can't.
presumably you would just not.
I can't move onto the ice because then I'd bounce into you. So, and
I'll just recheck ice, see if it...
he's got a 3 range attack. Exactly 3. Right, I'm gonna use my doofus to summon me a little twabbit, and he's gonna go there. So we're gonna have some minion on minion combat. He'll come back to that later. I'm gonna then move 1 forward to capture that glyph. Now, normally, when you're standing next to another Krosmaster, they have what's called a tackle zone, which is the 8 squares around them. But minions don't have tackle zones, so I don't have to worry about that. And when you get into a tackle zone, if you want to leave, you have to roll the dice, and you have to get the boot symbol, which looks like that, upside down. And that allows you to leave. If you fail, they tackle you and basically knock you down. Well, not knock you down, but they hold you down. And that one there removes all your remaining points as well, as they drag you back down. So I'm gonna move. I moved 1. That gives me, with his ability, gives me one of those movement point thingies. So now I could attack this, but I'm gonna go back 1. So 1, 2, 3, and then I'm gonna attack. What is his name? Ian. And I'm gonna
yes.
I'm going to use pressure. So pressure does 2 damage. It's a minimum of 3, maximum of 3 range. And I rolled a magnet. So you take 2 damage.
You really like the magnets.
I know, stupid magnets.
What do the magnets do again?
When you trying to escape my tackle zone.
Oh, okay.
But that was my second action. Oh no, I used the doofus to summon the twabbit. So I got a second attack. Second attack coming in. I rolled a boot. So 2 more damage.
Maybe just keep the small ones for now.
But I didn't do.
Hold on, it's Ian, right?
Yeah, I didn't do any extra because I rolled a boot, which does nothing on the attack. This is a wild symbol, the doofus symbol, I think. That you can choose what you want, but obviously I didn't roll that. So that's JJ done. Now this young lady over here. How far is he? 1, 2. If she moves there, these 2 are in the way. God damn it. She's so specific. She has to shoot 5 squares minimum. I can go there, but then I can't shoot anything because line of sight would be blocked. So I might have to use her. She's got 3 actions, but none of them are particularly that useful. So she's going to go 1, 2, 3 and recapture that glyph over there. But then that'll be her done, basically. She does have a capital punishment, but I only have 3 glyphs, and I need a 4th. So that's going to be her done. I'm not using her very well, I've got to say. And then my twabbit is going to twat that flea. So he's doing with a twab jab. 1 damage.
To Ian?
No, to the flea.
Oh, to the flea?
There you go. Take a flea. Wow, that was terrible. Alright, it goes over to you. New cosmic card. Soft pedal. An opposing Krosmaster receives -1 marker. Tornado gets covered up. How many glyphs you got? 3?
Mm-hmm. So Martina's going to go 1, 2, 3.
Now you have 4.
And she has got 4 action points this turn. Technically I now have 5, don't I?
Yeah, thanks to the time rift.
So I can give you a -1 action as well, can't I?
Is that because of slowdown?
Yeah.
Because you got 3 glyphs. That'll take up one of your actions, because that's an active
But
ability.
I've got 4 actions.
No, I know.
So
I'm just trying to...
yeah. Technically I've got 5 actions. Now that I've captured a glyph, you may turn over and play the next. So what's the cosmic favors? Are these?
Yes.
But it would cover rabbits up.
Yes. I don't know if it covers anything. It says you may turn over. So basically you would just flip it over and reveal it. Then it gives you one of choice of 3 and then it goes back down again. But you need 5 glyphs for that.
I do need 5 glyphs for that. Okay, I think...
There's 2 more over there, I'm just saying. What's her range? Is it 2? 2 to 3?
2 to 3.
So she's
okay.
So she's in range.
I know. I'll use that in a second.
Man, you're playing this way better than I am.
As your really ranged character is in the middle of a melee field.
I'm going to use that to get the rabbit.
Okay.
Okay. Is there a second rabbit?
Yeah, it's in the
Man down. Okay.
Twab it down.
There you go.
Okay. Right. Okay, so I think I'm going to put him there. Okay. So that, now 4 actions left.
Yeah.
She is going to aim at him.
Yeah. With her...
With the cat roulette.
Yeah.
Which, because I have 4 glyphs, I can use twice on him.
Yeah.
So...
She's right. So I've not explained shield yet. Show the shield symbol.
Sorry.
So the shield is a defensive icon, obviously, for the defender. So in this case, she's doing 1 damage, and the shield reduces it by 1. So she did no damage in this case.
So I'll try again. Aimed at him.
Yep. Cock dice. Roll that again. All right. So that's the boot and damage. So that's 2 damage, and that was to JJ. Yeah.
Yes, JJ. So I can't aim at him anymore because of the cat roulette's ability, but she's also in range. So what
She hasn't got line of sight though.
How? It's directly in front of her.
Oh, I thought you were gonna shoot her head in.
No, I can't use yours, baby. She's not mine.
Another
That's 2 damage.
2 damage to her as well.
And then another 2 damage.
Whoa. Flinging cards everywhere.
Okay, so that's her. Done. He has got 2 actions.
If he steps on that ice, he's in trouble. Not really. He'll just jump onto the glyph and stand there. What's his range? Oh, minimum of 2. What's the... Oh, the flapper wings, he can blow me
I
away.
should move him over there.
Oh, she's going to use that combo again.
I think... Because I mean... What is her range?
Hers?
So it's either 2.
Oh,
At
you
the
mean...
moment I'm out of... Okay, but you can move her in. So I guess it's not really much.
When you say her, you mean him, right?
No, her.
Oh.
I'm just
She's
trying
got a
to
minimum
decide...
of 5.
Yeah, but it's the 2... Where is it? A 2 and a 5 attack. So I'm just trying to figure out what...
Have to have 4 glyphs.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to place him there. And he is going to attack JJ with its stings. And its stings has a special condition that it gets... It's a 1 attack.
Yeah.
Or damage 1. But it has an additional 2 if there is an at least 1 ally adjacent to the target. My flea.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to sting you, I guess.
So
So
roll the
that's the
shield.
2.
Yeah. So that would have been 3, but the shield reduces it down to 2. So what am I on? I'm on 9. Put me to 11. He's still got 5 health left. He's a big boy.
And then he's gonna do it again.
Okay. Did you roll shield again?
Yes, I did.
So 2 more. You can see damage racks up pretty quick. Okay, my damage dudes.
Okay, so that's Ian's move. And I'm gonna move on to the flea.
Yep.
And the flea has got 1 action. I can just use his parasiting ability.
Is he taking JJ?
Yes.
So 2 more. Now he's not so healthy. This could be it.
And then
This
the
could
black
be it.
rabbit.
I can't
He's
die to a rabbit. Oh my god, I'm
What
gonna
is it?
die because you
1,
automatically...
There's 1 life left.
Unless you roll a shield. Oh no! Don't roll a shield, Carla! What did you roll? I can't see it. Oh! Boosh! I got killed by a stupid black twabbit. And I'm saying twabbit, I haven't got a lisp, it's what it's called. And there you go. She has won. She has knocked out JJ. I obviously played it really badly and I'm blaming it on that. Because I was explaining to you guys.
Sure. It wasn't that I out-strategized you here.
No, you did very well, babe. You did very well. So, basically, I'm just going to cut it here, but we're going to quickly come back with some more information. Alright, so with the gameplay done, we can now tell you a little bit more about Krosmaster Blast. This is on Kickstarter right now from Ankama Games, who have done loads of other Krosmaster games already. So if you want to check out the Kickstarter and see what else they got going on the page, you can follow the link which is in the description below. Obviously, with the stuff that we've been using here, we're just using prototype components. But a lot of this is actually really good preview copy, because other than these standees, which would be actual Krosmaster figures, everything else is, I think, pretty much close to.
So the game on Kickstarter doesn't come with the standees. This
No,
is just
no.
the prototype only thing.
Yeah. And I don't know, last time I looked, I'm pretty sure I saw figures for the minions as well. Oh yeah. So these just showed me on the Kickstarter. It's got about another 22 days left to go. It still needs some funding, so if you're interested, you can go check it out. I know the guys at Ankama have got a lot of ideas planned for this, for stretch goals and extra bit content. I've even seen some of it come in the box. I'm not allowed to show it, unfortunately, because obviously got to keep it as a surprise as the game goes on, as on the campaign. But there's lots of options. Obviously, you got more variants in the cosmic spells, different variants in the abilities that can happen. I'll show you a couple here just to give you guys a quick peek. It's only supposed to be 4 to begin with, but I'm showing you a lot of others here. You got, like say, this one, Fekir's War of Attrition, Unturov's Treasure Chest. Ha! Your Krosmasters have +2 health maximum. That's cool. And they all have different individual artwork on the back as well, which is really cool. So look at that. Artwork in this game is great. The miniatures come pre-painted, so there's that. There's obviously a lot of other effects we didn't show you. There's lava effects, and there's other little minions. There's loads of other characters. And also, I believe, now I've not played any of the other Krosmaster games, I will mention that. I know Molo's got a copy of Arena, and I'm going to get him to bring it over and we can play it. But I believe these characters for this game will have attribute cards to play in previous games. So you can bring them across into your Krosmaster world and do various things. I also believe, based on what I saw from Essen, is that they're going to do tournaments based on the Krosmaster Blast version of the game. So they'll have prizes and stuff for the winners of the tournaments, and yeah, there you go. Not much else to say. I mean, like I said, you'll get a lot more information if you go follow the Kickstarter page and check it out. I know the guys at Ankama would love your support. So, thanks for watching. Anything to say about your wabbits?
Well, the only thing I'd probably mention is if you have seen any of the other Krosmaster games, we were looking at the at Molo's copy or Heavy's figures from the previous games, and if it's anything in terms of quality of those, they're well worth collecting. I think they're quite nice, bulky figures. As Jason mentioned, they're pre-painted, but the way that they're put together, they don't tend to bleed over very much. I thought it was quite neat considering. And
they're quite tactile as well.
Yeah, they're nice.
It
adds to the atmosphere, I think.
We didn't use it for this preview, but when we were playing it with the guys, we were using Molo's other figures and just proxying them.
Yeah, but it does add to the feeling of the game.
And what you can also take from this video is don't learn from me how to play this game. All right, well, thanks for watching, guys. Speak to you guys later.
Ciao.